You are unknowingly eroding your feet every day without even realizing it. Every morning, you regularly take a few vitamin pills, a seemingly healthy habit, a shield to protect your health in old age. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, are those pills really helping you, or are they quietly making you weaker every day? Many older people believe that the more nutrients they supplement, the healthier their body will be. But the harsh reality is, some vitamins, if taken in excess or incorrectly, can cause muscle weakness, impaired balance, and increased risk of falls, even permanent loss of mobility. Let's take a look at 3 popular vitamins that are causing a silent crisis for your feet. 1. Vitamin E, the demagogue in the world of dietary supplements. For many years, vitamin E has been considered a miracle drug, helping to beautify the skin, anti-aging, and good for the heart. Elderly people often take it every day in the hope of maintaining their flexibility. But few people know that when used in excess, usually over 400 IU/day, vitamin E is not excreted but accumulates in the liver and fat tissue. From here, it begins to interfere with important activities of the body, especially neuromuscular function. You will find it more difficult to stand up from a chair, feel dizzy when turning around, or have unusual leg fatigue when going to the supermarket. At first, you think it is just a sign of aging, but in fact, it is the result of an overdose of vitamin E. Not only does it cause muscle weakness, vitamin E also thins the blood, extremely dangerous if you're taking anticoagulants. A minor fall can become a serious complication. And the scariest thing? There is no warning on the drug label about it. 2. Vitamin A, the hidden danger behind the harmless appearance. Once honored for helping to improve eyesight, increase immunity, beautify the skin, vitamin A is everywhere, from fish oil to multivitamins. However, this is a fat-soluble vitamin, so it cannot be excreted in the urine like vitamin C. The result? It accumulates little by little in the liver and soft tissues. In the elderly, bones are already fragile. When there is an additional burden from excess vitamin A, the risk of hip fractures, femur fractures increases significantly. Not only that, vitamin A also affects the strength of the thigh and hip muscles, 2 important parts for you to maintain balance and walk. Imagine, a seemingly harmless vitamin pill can completely change your mobility after just a few months or years of uncontrolled use. When your trusted vitamins are the silent culprit that weakens your legs. There are dangers in life that don't come from illness or accidents, but from seemingly benign things, like the vitamin you take every morning. Vitamin A is a prime example. Studies have shown that too much vitamin A can lead to rapid bone loss, especially in the legs and hips, 2 areas that are most important for your balance and freedom of movement. A small slip, if your bones are already brittle, can turn into a nightmare, leading to broken bones, hospitalization, and loss of independence. But the problem doesn't stop at the skeleton. Excess vitamin A also weakens the muscles, making walking, standing, climbing stairs all more tiring and difficult. A feeling of heaviness in the hips, tiredness in the thighs, unexplained weakness. These are signs that are easily overlooked because everyone assumes that this is how it is when you get old. But what if age is not the main cause? What if all those inconveniences come from the vitamin you trust every day? What is even more worrying is that the harmful effects of vitamin E do not manifest themselves loudly. It does not scream, but only whispers in small changes. You are afraid to leave the house, afraid to walk, find the stairs higher than usual, and gradually you slow down, move less. But not because you want to, but because you're used to being weak without knowing why. Vitamin B6, the price for a little awakeness, can be the loss of feeling in the legs. Another vitamin, often praised as an energy booster, is vitamin B6. It's everywhere, in brain supplements, multivitamins, even supplements for seniors. But when too much builds up in the body, vitamin B6 can wreak havoc on the peripheral nervous system. It often starts with a slight tingling sensation in the tips of your toes. Then the numbness spreads to the soles of your feet. You start to slow down because your feet feel like they're not yours anymore. You lose your balance. You stagger. You're afraid of stairs. And finally, you stay home, not because you want to rest, but because you're afraid of falling. The sad thing is, even if you stop taking it, the nerve damage may not be reversible. Some people can feel numb and weak for months, or even forever, just because they've taken too much vitamin B6 for a long time without even realizing it. The feeling of losing control of your body, especially your feet, isn't just physical. It's mentally draining. You lose confidence, socialize less, and lose the joy of even the smallest things, like preparing your own meals or taking a walk in the park. The most worrying truth: this is not uncommon. Many older people are experiencing the same thing without knowing the real cause. They think they're aging, getting weaker with age. But sometimes the culprit is over-marketed vitamins, uncontrolled dosages, and taking them without a doctor's prescription. The thing to remember: a 60-year-old body is not the same as a 30-year-old body. The way you take in, process, and store vitamins is different. What was good for you when you were young can become a burden in old age if not re-examined. The truth no one tells you: safe vitamin pills could be a hidden trap. Many people believe that if something is labeled a vitamin, it must be good. But the truth is, even health supplements can be harmful if taken the wrong way, in the wrong dose, or at the wrong time. What once energized you, what once seemed like the secret to good health, could become the cause of your decline over time. After taking a closer look at 3 popular vitamins, E, A, and B6, it's clear that the more is better belief is a real danger, even more dangerous than the pill you're holding in your hand. But the story doesn't stop with vitamins. There's another reason, more invisible, more common, but often overlooked: the lifestyle habits you maintain every day. Habits that silently drain your body's strength without warning. A list of warnings about vitamins may seem general, but look at yourself. Someone who has overcome many events, faced changes, and lived each stage of life to the fullest. Your body has changed. Your needs are no longer the same. But have your daily habits changed? You may always think you are taking care of yourself properly, taking your vitamins regularly, eating properly, and trying to exercise. But sometimes the very things you do with good intentions are silently hindering your mobility, weakening your legs, and eroding the self-control you have cherished all your life. The weakness does not happen overnight. First, there is a slight hesitation to step off the sidewalk, a feeling of laziness when climbing stairs, or a tiredness when getting up from a chair. Gradually, you choose the elevator over the stairs, choose to stay home instead of going for a walk. Not because you're lazy, but because your body is changing and you weren't warned early enough. Freedom doesn't disappear in a moment. It disappears in little ways. Over time, you move less, limit yourself more, and structure your life around boundaries, not preferences. Your body starts to get used to caution, your muscles atrophy, your bones become more fragile. Your risk of falling, breaking bones, and losing your independence increases, not because of disease, but because of a series of small choices you didn't realize were going wrong. No one ever told you that vitamin A could make your bones brittle. No doctor warned you that too much vitamin E could weaken your legs. And no one told you that B6, the energy vitamin, could paralyze the nerves in your legs. Now you know, and that's power. Information is not a burden. It's a gift that helps you regain control. Now, you can make other choices. You can ask questions. You can sit down with your doctor to see what you really need and what you should stop taking. You can look at every vitamin you're taking and ask yourself, is this still working for my body? The great thing is, there's still time to make adjustments. The change doesn't have to be dramatic. It can start with a simple act, listening to your body, looking at the label, and trusting your gut. A healthy future is not far away. Just start today. Life always gives us the opportunity to change. No matter how old your body is, recovery, strength, and independence are absolutely possible, as long as you give it the attention it deserves. Stop for a moment. Look at everything you put into your body every day, every pill, every meal, every little habit. They're shaping your future step by step. Don't let unconscious choices cause you to lose the years of freedom ahead. And now we have to face another truth: inactivity. Too much sitting, too little movement. That is the silent killer of modern life. It quietly drains the strength from your legs, your heart, and even your spirit, faster than any wrong vitamin can. So what can you do to protect your health and the independence you've built over a lifetime? The answer lies not in panic or regret, but in awareness. Recognizing what's happening is the first and most important step. What you need to do right now is not to throw everything away, but to take a conscious look. Look in your medicine cabinet or bathroom shelf. Have you ever asked yourself, do I really need this pill? Is this dosage appropriate for my age and current health? Don't let attractive labels like anti-aging, cardiovascular support, memory enhancement fool you. Your body is unique, and what worked for someone else may not work for you. Act smarter, not more. See a geriatrician, someone who understands how your body changes as you age. Get a comprehensive nutritional checkup, not just a blood test. The numbers will tell you what you're lacking, what you're overdoing, and what you need to adjust. Don't chase perfection. The goal isn't to reach ideal health. It's to stop damage before it becomes chronic and irreversible. More importantly, get back to something simple but sustainable: real nutrition from real food. Eating balanced meals, lean meats, fresh vegetables, whole grains, good fats, is nature's most powerful medicine. Being proactive isn't about fear, it's about strength. When you choose to take action, it's not because you're weak. It's because you respect your body, and you've come too far to accept mediocrity. You've lived long enough to know that every choice you make today is a building block for your future. And that future is the image of you still being able to walk steadily, still cooking in the kitchen, still walking around the park, still going to the clinic without anyone guiding you. However, there is still a final, silent enemy that needs to be exposed. Even if you have a perfect balance of vitamins, if you still sit too long day after day, still do not move much, your legs will gradually become weak without you even knowing it. A personal message from someone who has gone before, for you who are still going. You may not realize it, but seemingly harmless daily habits, sitting too long, not moving enough, repeating monotonous movements, are more destructive than any pill. Sometimes, the thief of your flexibility is not old age, but a sedentary lifestyle that continues without warning. I'm not a doctor, nor a health expert. I am just a person who has witnessed a century of change, enough to understand that disease is not the biggest threat, but the false belief that getting weak is inevitable. I have seen strong friends of mine gradually lose the ability to walk, not because of serious illness, but because of habits that silently erode their physical strength. An unnecessary vitamin pill, a missed exercise session, a refusal to leave the house because they are afraid to sit up. They think it's old, but it's actually passive acceptance. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm sharing to wake you up, because you still have choices, you still have time, and most importantly, you still have control over your own life. Age is not the end. It's the next chapter if you're willing to turn the page. Everyone wants to live long, but what's the point of living long if we can't walk steadily, stand up confidently, or prepare breakfast for ourselves? The secret is not in taking any more supplements, but in listening to your body, making timely changes, and daring to give up habits that are no longer suitable. Old age is not a decline. It's when intelligence replaces speed and sensitivity replaces strength. You don't need to run fast anymore, but you need to walk more steadily than ever. Look at your choices every day. Are you choosing health, or are you unconsciously giving up? You can change your eating habits, move a little more, ask questions before taking any supplements. A small change today can protect you from a big loss tomorrow. Strength is not in your legs. It's in how you hold on to your values. When you start to lose your freedom of movement, it's not just your body that suffers. It's your self-esteem, your independence, and your joy of living. No more spontaneous walks. No more surprise visits to your grandchildren. No more moments of hand-arranging flowers or reading on the porch. But this story is not a sad song. It's a wake-up call. Awareness is a gift. When you realize, you can act. And when you act, you are no longer a passive bystander watching your health slip away. You deserve a future where your body supports your spirit, where every step is a testament to your awareness, where grace and courage define age, not limitation or weakness. Now is the time to do something truly meaningful. Step out of the rut. Ask yourself, am I living in a way that makes me stronger every day? Don't let familiarity rob you of your freedom. Action doesn't have to be loud. Just start today. And if this resonates with you, spread the word. Tell me one thing you learned that you will apply to your life right away. Because no one should have to walk this path alone. Goodbye and see you soon.